This song is called Kabir's song. Maybe you're familiar with Kabir. He's, or he was, a 15th century Indian mystic and saint even, who wrote beautiful, ecstatic poems about the spiritual journey and about the longing to connect to soul and to live from that place. And I must admit that the words don't make much sense to the mind. So just notice that, how, the mind might kind of hear certain things going, how could that be? How could that be a good thing? So we'll talk about that a little bit after. I do know that that's the way I felt when I first heard the song, although simultaneously it brought me to tears. So there's part of me that knew what was being expressed through these words was true. Oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. In useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Sing such a song with all of your life. You'll never need to sing again. Love such a one with all of your heart. You'll never need to love again. And oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. In useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Walk such a path with all of your faith. You'll never need to wander again. Give yourself to the silence within. You'll never need to seek again. And oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. In useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Pray such a prayer with all of your heart. You'll never need to pray again. Die such a death at the feet of God. You'll never need to die again. And oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. In useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. So set your course and go. So set your course and go. Oh, 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 oh. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time time and space. In useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Oh, oh, oh. Breathe, my love, breathe, my love, breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love, breathe, my love, breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love, breathe, my love, breathe in the quiet center. So, of course, I don't claim to know what Kabir meant by all of those words, but as I sing this song and live with it and let it kind of work its way into me, I'd like to share just a little bit of what my understanding might be. I mean, the first piece and the refrain around "Oh, my soul, you come and you go," it's just this sense that, you know, the soul is our spiritual core, and it comes and goes in the sense that our human body, uh, you know, comes in, lives a life, has various experiences, learns some lessons, and then gets released back into the spiritual realm, and then puts itself back together and comes back into a human body. And we do this many, many hundreds and hundreds of times. So our soul comes and goes, right? It comes and goes. Why? Because it wants to know itself. It wants to know itself in physical form. It wants to express itself as purely and as clearly as it can in physical form. And in order to do that and to experience all the different aspects of life, it chooses many, many different kind of combinations and permutations of life experiences. And so in useless play, you'll not find your way. So he's alluding to the fact that many of us, most of us perhaps, try to find our way in worldly ways. We try to find our way in the material world. We try to find happiness and love and all of those things that we're all seeking in the external world. And he's just reminding us that no matter how beautiful your external life is, that it won't be enough, because ultimately we're here to discover who and what we really are. And of course, life can be a reflection of that. But as soon as we put it on something external, as we are relying on something external for our happiness, it's a recipe for suffering. So the path of the soul is discovering this untouched, whole sense of well-being and fullness that is always here, and that when we connect to it consistently and more deeply, it can become the guiding principle in our life. So he says, sing such a song with all of your life, you'll never have to sing again. I think what he's alluding to there is that, you know, once we do, after many, many lifetimes, live in an enlightened way, meaning that we are lit up by our soul, then we don't have to come back. If we don't want to, we can if we want. But we can also, you know, move into the spiritual planes, which apparently is a lot of fun up there as well. So this sense that we become liberated. Love such a one with all of your heart, you will never need to love again. And again, you might think, well, that doesn't sound very good. I want to love. I want to love a lot. I think personally, I just feel that maybe what he's saying there is that it's not when you really love someone with all of your heart. Essentially, what that means is you've learned to love yourself with all of your heart, because everything is a reflection of you. And when we love ourselves with all of our heart, we understand that we are love. That's all we are, and that's all that life is. And so there's no need to love, because that's what we are. There's no kind of there's no, sometimes love becomes a doing, but love in this case becomes more of a being. Walk such a path with all of your faith, you'll never need to seek again. No, sorry, walk such a path with all of your faith, you'll never need to wander again. And so many of us are kind of wandering and seeking for comfort and solutions, and we're looking in all kinds of different places, different experts, different teachers, different books, and all of that's fine. And it can actually be quite entertaining and part of what the joy of being a human being is. But the idea here is that if our path is completely oriented towards the truth of our being, then there's no wandering. We're not seeking anything. We're just committed to the truth of our being in this moment. So there's no seeking involved there. The next line, I changed the words. Give yourself to the silence within. That line originally was, give yourself to such a guru. And I don't know, I just couldn't align with that. Not that I haven't had many gurus or teachers that, not many, but some that I'm deeply grateful for their teachings. But I don't know, there's something in me that just can't give myself entirely to another human being, because no matter how enlightened somebody is, they're a human being. So I changed that line to give yourself to the silence within, which I'm happy with that word, because that silence is the guru, it's the teacher. It's where you find your own inner teacher, and you'll never have to seek again. You'll never have to seek outside of you, because you know that the jewel is right here in the core of your being. And through practice and through sincere giving ourselves to this path of the soul, that path back to that jewel in the center of us becomes more and more trodden, and it becomes much easier to find our way there in the moment, actually, right? Pray such a prayer with all of your heart, you'll never need to pray again. So I'm not really quite sure about this one. Maybe there's no need for prayer, because your life becomes a prayer, becomes this open expression of connection to the divine and connection to the fullness that's already here. So perhaps in that there's no need for prayer. And then die such a death at the feet of God, you'll never need to die again. So that's just this understanding that the soul doesn't die, and that no matter what's happening to our physical existence, no matter what's being taken away from us and even our lives, something survives that and continues. So, and then it goes on to encourage us to breathe in the quiet center. Yeah, so simple.